Nobody gets a warning. There's no notification that pops up on your phone saying, quote_0_1 evening you're watching TV, eating dinner, arguing about what movie to stream. The next morning, the sky is on fire. And here's what separates the people who make it through the first 72 hours from those who don't. It's not strength, it's not weapons, it's not even luck. It's what you do in the first 60 minutes. That window, those 60 minutes between something is wrong and everything has changed, that's where survival is decided. So let's talk about exactly what to do when that window opens. The first 60 seconds. Make one decision. Your brain is going to betray you. The second you hear the first explosion, the first siren, the first burst of gunfire that doesn't stop, your brain is going to do something incredibly dangerous. It's going to freeze. You'll walk to the window. You'll stare. You'll refresh Twitter. You'll call someone who doesn't answer. You'll stand there waiting for instructions that aren't coming, waiting for someone to tell you this is a drill, waiting for reality to start making sense again. And while you're waiting, you're bleeding time, the only resource that actually matters right now. So here's your first rule. You have 60 seconds to make one decision. Just one, stay or go. That's it. Every other decision flows from this single choice. Don't overthink it. Don't debate it. Don't wait for more information. If you're within 10 miles of anything that looks like a target, military base, government building, power plant, city center, airport, major bridge, you go. If you're rural, suburban, or inside a reinforced concrete structure, you stay. Pick one. Commit completely. The people who die in the first hours aren't the ones who made the wrong choice. They're the ones who made no choice at all. They're the ones stuck halfway between staying and leaving, frozen in their doorway with car keys in one hand and a blanket in the other. Hesitation is the killer. Not bombs, not bullets. Hesitation. Minutes 2 to 5. Go dark. This next part is going to feel wrong. Every instinct in your body is going to fight it. But you need to listen. Put your phone down. I know. Your family. Your friends. You need to tell them you're okay. You need to know if they're okay. You need to post something, share something, go live, let people know what's happening. Do not do this. Here's what you don't realize. The moment conflict starts, your phone stops being a communication device and starts being a tracking beacon. Cell networks in conflict zones become surveillance infrastructure almost immediately. Every call you make, every text you send, every app that's pinging a server somewhere, you're broadcasting your exact location to anyone with the technology to listen. And trust me, they're listening. Turn off location services, turn off Wi-Fi, turn off Bluetooth. If you absolutely must send a message, make it one text, under 20 words, __quote_3___. Then put the phone in airplane mode. Your new information source is a battery-powered radio. Not your phone, not social media, a radio. It can't be jammed as easily. It doesn't drain the battery you're going to need for the next 3 days. And most importantly, it receives information without transmitting your position. If you don't own a battery-powered radio right now, pause this video and order one. I'm serious. That $30 device might be the most important purchase you ever make. Minutes 5 to 10. Water. Now, here's a question. How long can you survive without food? Weeks? Maybe a month if you're healthy. How long can you survive without water? 3 days. Maybe 4 if you're lucky and it's not hot. Now here's another question. In an active conflict, what infrastructure fails first? Water. Power plants get hit and the pumping stations stop working. Pipes get damaged and the pressure drops to nothing. Treatment facilities go offline and suddenly what's coming out of your tap isn't safe to drink anymore. This doesn't happen over days. It happens over hours, sometimes minutes. So the second you've made your stay or go decision, before you pack anything, before you grab your bag, before you do almost anything else. You fill every container in your house with tap water. Bathtubs, pots, buckets, bottles, Tupperware, vases, anything that holds liquid. A standard bathtub holds about 80 gallons. That's 40 days of survival water for 2 people at absolute minimum consumption. 40 days. From one bathtub. Fill it. You might have a 10-minute window to do this. You might have 2 minutes. You won't know until it's too late. So do it first. Do it fast. Do it before the guy 3 blocks away has the same idea and the pressure drops to 0. Minutes 10 to 18. The bag, not the stuff. If your decision was go, then you have exactly one job right now. Grab the bag, walk out the door. That's it. That's the entire protocol. This is why every survival expert, every military trainer, every emergency responder repeats the same thing over and over again. Have a go bag ready. Have it packed. Have it by the door. Because here's what happens to your brain under extreme stress. It stops working properly. Stress hormones flood your system, and suddenly you can't think straight. You'll forget obvious things. You'll grab completely useless things. You'll spend 10 minutes looking for your phone charger while the window to leave safely closes. A proper 72-hour bag has everything you need already inside it. Water filtration. 3 days of calorie-dense food. First aid kit. Battery-powered radio, cash in small bills. ATMs won't work, cards won't work, cash is king. Copies of important documents in a waterproof bag. Multi-tool flashlight phone charger, and battery pack. Weather-appropriate clothing layer. This bag lives by your door. You grab it, you leave. 0 decisions required. Now, if you don't have a bag ready, and I know most of you don't, you get 8 minutes. That's it. Not 15, not 20. 8. And you grab things in this exact order. Water, whatever bottles you can carry. Medication, anything anyone in your family needs to survive. Documents, ID, passport, insurance, cash food, whatever doesn't need cooking. Warmth. 1 jacket, 1 blanket. Leave everything else. Your laptop is not worth your life. Your jewelry is not worth your life. Your grandmother's photo album is not worth your life. You can mourn possessions later. You can't mourn yourself. 8 minutes. Then you're out the door no matter what. Minutes 18 to 30. Avoid the death trap. So you're leaving. Good. You made the decision. You have your bag. You're heading for your car. And now you're about to make the same mistake everyone else is making. You're going to get on the highway. Don't! Within 20 minutes of any major incident, every highway out of any major city becomes a parking lot. Thousands of cars, bumper to bumper, nobody moving. And a traffic jam during peacetime is an inconvenience. A traffic jam during an active conflict is a death trap. You're stationary, you're exposed, you're surrounded by fuel tanks. You have nowhere to go, nowhere to hide, and no way to move. This is why you need 3 exit routes out of your city planned before tonight. Not highway routes, back roads, industrial zones, rail-adjacent roads. The ugly routes that Google Maps never suggests because they add 20 minutes to your commute. Those routes save your life. And here's the critical part. Memorize them. Don't rely on your phone. GPS might not work. Cell towers might be down. Your battery might be dead. Get a paper map. Highlight your routes. Know at least the first 15 minutes of each one by heart. When everyone else is sitting frozen on the highway, you're moving on a back road they don't even know exists. But, and this is important, if you look outside and traffic is already completely gridlocked and you're not in immediate danger where you are, do not get in your car. Staying in a solid structure is almost always safer than sitting in a metal box on an exposed road. Reassess. Adapt. Don't follow a plan that no longer makes sense. Minutes 30 to 45. Fortify your position. Whether you're staying in your home or sheltering somewhere else, you need to establish what I call a quote 5. This isn't about weapons. This isn't about fighting. This is about physics. You want as much structural mass between you and the outside world as possible. Walls, concrete, pipes, anything solid? The safest room in most houses? The interior bathroom on the lowest floor? No exterior windows? Surrounded by walls on all sides? Pipes in the walls add structural reinforcement. The ceiling has good support because the room is small. If a blast wave hits your building, if shrapnel comes through a wall, if debris falls, this room keeps you alive when others don't. Do this now. Close all curtains and blinds. Glass becomes shrapnel in an explosion. Coverings reduce that. Move away from exterior walls, especially load-bearing ones. Get low, below window level. Put children and elderly family members in the most protected interior position. Keep them there. You're not trying to be a hero. You're trying to be a small target in a reinforced box. That's it. Minutes 45 to 50. Communication protocol. Here's what destroys families in conflict situations. It's not the bombs. It's not the bullets. It's silence. Not knowing where your people are. Not knowing if they're alive. That uncertainty drives people to make insane decisions. Going back into danger zones. Traveling alone through unsafe areas. Exposing themselves because the not knowing is worse than the risk. You prevent this with two things established before tonight. 1. A rally point. This is a specific physical location everyone in your family knows to go to if contact is lost. Not grandma's house. Not somewhere safe. A specific address. A specific landmark. A place you've all agreed on, discussed, and memorized. __, quote _8, __, everyone knows it. Everyone can get there independently. 2. A communication window. This is a set time, let's say 8 a.m. and 8 p.m., when everyone attempts contact simultaneously. This does two things. It conserves phone battery because you're not checking constantly, and it reduces transmission time, which reduces your exposure. When you do communicate, text first. Texts get through congested networks better than voice calls. Keep it under 20 words. Location, status, next contact time. __, quote _9, __. Then go dark again. That's the protocol. Simple. Repeatable. Survivable. Minutes 50 to 60. Control the fear. If you followed everything up to this point, here's where you are. You made a decision. You went dark. You secured water. You grabbed your bag or fortified your position. You're off main roads or in a protected interior room. Your family has a rally point and a communication protocol. You've done more in 50 minutes than 95% of people will do in 3 days. Now comes the hardest part. Waiting. And here's what's going to happen while you wait. The information vacuum is going to fill with garbage. Neighbors will come with rumors. Your group chat will explode with unverified claims. Social media, if you can access it, will be a fire hose of panic, misinformation, and catastrophically wrong information presented as fact. Someone will say the airport was bombed. Someone will say troops are in the streets. Someone will say the water is poisoned. The president is dead. The military has surrendered. None of it will be verified. Most of it will be wrong. All of it will be terrifying. Your job is to not participate. Limit your information intake to official emergency broadcasts on your radio. That's it. No social media doom scrolling. No neighbor's cousin's friend who __, quote _10, __, official broadcasts only. And for your family, for the people sheltering with you, you become the calm center. You give one clear update every 30 minutes. Only what you've confirmed. Only what matters. No speculation. No rumors. No fear. Here's what we know. Here's what we're doing. Here's when we'll reassess. Calm is contagious, but so is panic. And in the first 72 hours, more people are killed by bad decisions driven by fear than by actual enemy action. The first hour is won or lost in your mind before it's won or lost on the street. Final thoughts. 8 steps, 60 minutes. Most people will never spend 20 minutes preparing for this scenario. They'll watch this video, think that's interesting, and go back to scrolling. They'll tell themselves it can't happen here. It won't happen to them. They have time. And those are exactly the people who freeze when the sirens start. You just did what they won't. You have a plan now. You know the steps. You understand the priorities. Share this with someone you love. Because the person next to you being prepared makes you safer too. And if you want the complete 72-hour survival checklist, everything you should have staged and ready before tonight, that's in the next video. Stay ready.